Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. We recently went to the beautiful country of Greece and we loved it. If you enjoy delicious Mediterranean food, stunning scenery, and hot weather, I think you'll really like this series. Hello and welcome to Santorini. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but we're here in Santorini and this has been one of our bucket list places. Since we were staying in Fira, which is the more budget-friendly option on the island of Santorini, the first thing we did the following day was to take the bus and go to Oia. Now the reason it looked so dark that morning is because some rain clouds had just passed with really strong rain and the clouds were blocking the sun at that time. This place is really a photographer's paradise. At every corner you have people taking photographs, and then of course you have the beautiful blue domes. Yeah, let's go. And that's the line to get one of the iconic pictures over there. And the line did get longer. And the sun is finally out and it looks so beautiful, as you can see behind me. It's still pretty early in the morning, so we don't have that many people yet, but I think they're coming soon. I'm actually so glad that the weather got better. So this morning when we left, it was raining, there was thunderstorms, and it was not looking good. But now the clouds are clearing up, and I think we will be able to get some amazing shots of Santorini. And look at these beautiful bougainvillea. As you can see, when the sun comes out, I think Santorini becomes one of the most photogenic places in the world. So we are now heading towards the Oia Castle, so this is the most popular spot for watching the sunset. So the windmill is over there, and this is the photogenic, very photogenic town of Oia. This is what you see on the cover of all the travel magazines and anything that has to do with Greece. And it's definitely a long way down to Moody Bay, but apparently there's donkeys that you can pay to bring you back up, but I don't see them right now, although I do see people climbing up. So we're now going down to Moody Bay, and we have to be careful because it's really slippery because of the rain earlier. So we're almost down, and this path is full of donkey poo. You have to be really careful. It's super slippery, especially after the rain. It's not the most pleasant walk, I have to say, but I'm glad we're down here. So Moody Bay is known for having tons of restaurants. They're apparently very expensive, and this is also where you can take your catamaran cruise or water taxi. And we found another cat who looks quite chunky and well fed. So if you didn't know, Santorini used to be actually a volcano, and so we're walking on what remains of the crater, actually the edges of the volcano. And so the hotels on this side are actually the most expensive because you have a really nice view, but I think the hotels looking the other way are actually cheaper. So there's tons of souvenir shops selling magnets and bags. The Oia castle is over there. Moody Bay was down there. And then there's these three bells that are beautiful, and the windmills are behind. Now these are all private hotels and terraces. So we were going for lunch, and there's now a huge line for this angle of the blue domes. And it's a bit insane. I think it's at least half an hour of waiting, so we're not going to do that. Then it was time for lunch, and of course when you're in Greece, you end up eating at a gyros place. So you can pick either pork, chicken, or beef. But I have to admit, I like the lamb gyros from Nick the Grill better, just because how rare lamb gyros are. So after a quick pit stop at our hotel, we had lunch. Actually, we had 2 pork gyros. We're back again, and this time we're going to walk from Fira to Imerovigli, and then from Imerovigli, hopefully we can take the bus to Oia to watch the sunset. So this is what Fira looks like during the day. So yesterday when we came, it was too dark and all we saw were the lights at night. But now you can see that this is also very happening with tons of shops and restaurants. So I think we're in Fira Stefani now. So Fira is just hidden behind there. And look at the size of these cruise ships.
Three cruise ships is possible.
So we're currently in Fira Stefani, and to be honest, we're a bit lost. So in front of us is Imerovigli, and we're trying to get there, but we did get lost in these small path. With that being said, it's quite beautiful, and the hotels on this side are also quite pricey. So we're almost at Imerovigli, or maybe we were already here, but this is the caldera view I was talking about, and this is what the other side of the island looks like, so it is more barren. So we are here. Behind me is Imerovigli, which is halfway between Oia and Fira. I think this is where we are going to stop our little hike, and then we're going to try to find a bus to go to Oia. So after walking from Fira to Imerovigli, we decided to wait for the bus in Imerovigli, but it never came. Fortunately, someone offered a ride for 10 euros, which we gladly took, and brought us to Oia. So we're back in Oia and the line is very long still, so I don't think we're going to take a picture of the blue domes from the other angle. After walking for so long and being in the crowds, we wanted to rest a bit, so we found this cute cafe and had 2 Greek salads that were actually really delicious. That gave us enough energy to tackle more crowds because then it was time to watch the sunset, and the most popular place is definitely the Oia Castle. So this is what the Oia Castle looked like when we arrived about an hour before sunset. There were already quite a few people sitting on the edges of the castle, but we still managed to find a cozy little spot. So all these buildings that used to be really white and bright during the day slowly developed a golden color, which was so gorgeous. So on one side we had this absolutely stunning scenery with the sunset, but on the other side it felt really uncomfortable because people were so close to us. It was so tight in that space that someone even put their tripod on my foot. So it just goes to show you, sometimes what you see on social media does not represent the experience that you go through. Good morning from Fira. So this morning we had a little snack and we are going to try to get breakfast or maybe early brunch. It is more cloudy today than it was yesterday, so we'll make the best of it and see if we do go back to Oia or not. So just behind me is Hotel Atlantis. It's at one end of the Fira Caldera path, and if you turn this way, you see Oia all the way there. So all the white houses there are Oia. And then over there, I think, is the Scaros Rock. And then you have Fira Stefani, and Imerigli is a bit hidden over there. So like I said earlier, there's tons of cats here that want to be petted. Oh, he's touching me without my consent. And there's a black cat here. And I think they want food. Oh, they're really cute and really friendly here. So it is still pretty early in the morning by Greek standard. It is 8:45 and you can see that people are unboarding their ship. So over there is the Odyssey of the Seas by Royal Caribbean Cruise, and these small boats carrying people are docking all the way down there. And you can either have the donkeys carry you up, or you can walk up, or there's also a cable car. So the main Caldera path was somewhere up there, and we actually decided to turn downwards, turn left, and we went downwards. And then this is the path to come up, and it's full of donkey poo. After walking around in Fira, we decided that we wanted to go back to Oia because Oia is the most photogenic town on Santorini, so we took the bus and off we went. So we are back here in Oia and it's as busy as yesterday. It is now 10:30 and as you can see there are crowds everywhere. Since this was our second visit to Oia, we decided to walk down and explore some of the smaller streets because we could see there were way less tourists. And thank God we did, because we found this amazing vantage point where you could get a gorgeous view of the three domes. So After our quick snack, we are just gonna walk around Oia. We spotted this cute cat, I don't know if you can see behind me, having a nap. And afterwards, I think after a walk, we're going to make our way back to Fira or Fira Stefani for the sunset because yesterday's sunset at Oia was quite overwhelming. I also really like how there's so many olive trees here in Santorini, and some of the olives are still green, but some of them are actually black. I don't think you can pick them off the tree, but vegetables here have been super flavorful, from the tomatoes to the cucumbers and the olives. So after this very hectic bus ride back to Fira, we are at the main path again here in Fira. I think we're going to go back to our hotel and rest a little bit before watching the sunset. And there's even a I Love Santorini sign. So we are now going back to our room. So like I said earlier, we are staying here in Fira. And one of the really cool things is that our room is in this little building that's all white. We actually have this really nice terrace where we've been eating, and also we haven't seen anyone here. And this is our room, so storage is on the left. It's a small bedroom, but it's perfectly fine for us. And then the bathroom. After this little pit stop, it was time to go watch the sunset, and this time we picked the Three Bells of Fira, which is another iconic spot. For dinner, we really wanted a traditional Greek tavern experience, so we picked Perea Tavern, and it had really good reviews on Google. So of course we started with a traditional Greek salad that tasted super fresh and the tomatoes were so flavorful. And then we picked a traditional Greek moussaka, which is a roasted eggplant casserole. We had a delicious pork souvlaki, and they gave us some free wine on the house for the end. So good morning. Today is our last day in Santorini. We actually take a ferry to go to Naxos around noon. And so we got some breakfast at a supermarket, and we're just gonna walk around Fira, or at least the parts that we didn't walk earlier.